couple of weeks ago, I had an opportunity to go to a John McCain town meeting in Pennsylvania. I went with a colleague of mine from work, his wife, and their daughter. We stood in line for several hours, about an hour and a half actually, and then stood inside for about an hour before his arrival. Unfortunately, we were behind a half wall and a television set, so we didn't actually get to see him. No matter, we were able to hear what he had to say. A couple of things struck me from that experience. Firstly, he seemed to precede most of his answers by saying he was a straight talker. And then he wouldn't really answer the question. So that was sort of interesting to me. Secondly, were some of the questions that were asked by the supposedly normal people, unscripted, as it were. Particularly, I think it was the second person to speak. I couldn't see her, but I could hear her pretty clearly. She spoke in an indignant manner as she said, "I'm sick and tired of having to press 1 for English." My initial reaction was that was a ridiculous question to be asking possibly the future president of the United States. A moment later, I was more shocked and stunned as the room exploded in applause. I really felt as if I was in Bizarro World. Now let me describe the attendees to this town meeting. Other than a dreadlocked cameraman from the press, I did not see one other person of color in a room that held 1,000. That's scary. No, I don't plan on voting for Senator McCain, but I went to the town meeting to demonstrate to my friend and colleague that I was willing to at least listen to the other side. That sentiment, unfortunately, that sentiment is not reciprocated. Unfortunately, that sentiment is not reciprocated. And I find that to be the case with many people who are staunch Republican. And I find that to be the case with many Republicans who I speak to. Not quite sure what that's about, but I feel that if McCain made a stronger case than Obama, perhaps I would vote for him. He just hasn't done so thus far.